Hello guys, sorry I haven't been active much lately. Been busy with some things I don't really want to talk about much, but that's just why I haven't been active. But luckily today I have something to say, and it's gonna be a kind of a quick video, but I just want to make this really clear and really hammer it out. And it's a topic of why are things called cringe? What is the real meaning of cringe? There's this debate online, and there's people just trying to push back on it, but yet the so-called haters are not willing to back down. They're just gonna double down on their hatred of so-called cringe things. But the thing is, if you really want to fight off the so-called bullying online and how people get made fun for being cringe, we gotta understand why they get made fun of for being cringe and what we should do to change it. So, to put it simply, the reason why, or to say it this way, the real meaning of cringe means you're a low-stakes man who has hobbies or has things you enjoy that don't really give you enough status. Because you notice that most of the men who are called cringe online, they're just low-stakes men who just have hobbies and they're just so-called not keeping up in life. The problem is not because they like these things. The problem is because people have unrealistic expectations of men. At certain times, we're expected to reach milestones. When we're 18 years old, we're supposed to figure everything out, even though all our lives, all of our elementary school years, we're told to give away our individuality just for grades and to get accepted from other people. As men, we just can't win, and we just can't win because people will always call anything cringe unless we're actually gaining status or anything. And the reason why it's like this because us men were seen as utilities, and we're seen as people who are supposed to be slaving ourselves for women and corporations and the 1%, or just try to become the 1%, even if it means sacrificing our moral ideas. That's why you see in real life. That's why you see bullies, mass murderers, dictators. That's why they get all the women, and because they have status and they're so-called winning in life. That's why you see people liking stuff such as SpongeBob and South Park instead of series that are more for younger kids. Instead of series that are more for younger kids, because the reason why people appreciate South Park more than other cartoons because they like the fact that characters are bullying others, and just bullies tend to turn people on. They like the idea of making fun of others just to supposedly feel good about themselves, or just push this idea that, oh, you have to prove yourselves in order to make it in life or to be accepted by people. You have to prove yourselves. But yes, that is what so-called cringe means. It means you're a low-stakes man who is just having hobbies and you're just not so-called keeping up in life. And of course that has to change. That literally has to change, because this is why a lot of men are depressed, because they feel they cannot fulfill these unrealistic expectations that society puts on them. But yes, that's a quick video of why I believe and why I think the real meaning of cringe is, and why and how we should actually fight off it. Because you want to fight off people bullying for being cringe, you have to change the culture. You have to have a cultural change, and you have to have a new culture where men don't have to prove themselves in order to be accepted. They don't need female validation or anything. But yes, that's my thoughts, and